Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Divided Nation show. And so this is Jordan, I'm ZHAN, this is Jerome, and that's AKEEM. And go ahead.
Today's topic, we will discuss the pros and cons of self-driving cars now that they are legal in California, and why they should spread to the rest of the world.
I think Tesla is going to announce it this year, right? A self-driving car. That's what they said.
I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't remember. I really hope so. I think that'd be amazing.
I think all of the companies actually. I was reading up. A lot of them have mandates for like the next.
They're gonna
3 years.
2 or 3 years, like 2018. Pretty much self-driving cars are gonna be everywhere.
I can't wait.
Yeah, I think it's Harley Davidson's planning to have their. Oh no, that's not self-driving.
Okay. Are you for or against?
I am for self-driving cars.
For or against?
Car accidents are still the leading cause of deaths?
Yes. Along with drinking. Which helps it along.
True, but if you had self-driving, you could drink, couldn't you?
You probably could.
I'm for it.
Self-driving.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Self-driving. Like there's no two ways about it. What about the people who are afraid that would you put your, let's say, mother's life in the hands of a self-driving car?
Yes.
Hands.
Right now?
Sure, right now.
Probably not. I don't think it's at its...
I don't know. Well, from the tests that Google's done, the only two car accidents it's gotten into were because of human error.
Yes.
So it's not the car's fault. I think I would trust it right now.
I think I can only trust it if we're at 100%
We're
self-driving.
never going to be at 100%. Like, falling rocks could make the car go wonky and drive off a cliff to avoid the falling rock.
My problem is, and then that's prime example, is you have a self-driving car that's following the rules precisely. You have a human being that's late for work. Accident. And you're bringing everything, well, if the self-driving car was aware of the other car...
But who's to say that there won't be built like algorithms built in that could work a lot faster than human reaction? Because human reactions between 1 and 2 seconds or something.
Yeah.
And the computer would have cameras all around the car and just be instant. As soon as that car moves an inch, it knows what's going on.
So then, would you, let's say, force all drivers to move to selfless or self-driving cars? Because it will only work if there are no human drivers on the road.
Why would it only work like that?
Well, because let's say your car is safe, the car next to you is safe, but this idiotic driver is not safe, and it puts everybody on the road in danger.
The drunk driver.
Gridlock, for instance. Somebody decides to harsh brake because they dropped their cell phone on the ground, and they were going to pick it up. So they brake, and basically that's what causes traffic jams. Everyone else brakes. If we don't have any of that, there won't be traffic jams. Everyone's going at a nice, steady, even pace.
You know exactly when you're going to arrive, exactly when you have to leave.
No, I don't think that we have to force everyone to do it.
Yeah.
I think that's a little
But
too
what
far.
if
But
what
it
if we
would
don't
be-
do that? Self-driving cars will not work. Will not work as well.
It'd just be like having a driver.
Yeah.
They don't have to pay for it.
But
So
is let's say saving 20
wouldn't-
minutes off your morning commute worth it to ban all other like non-self-driving cars?
Like, I would love to have everyone else not driving, because I think people are such horrible things behind the wheel. Like,
Oh, I've seen bad things. Like I had one guy cut me off, cut another guy off, and then just flip a random guy while he's trying to cut that guy off. I'm like, what did they do to you?
I know, I see all the time, and like even just on the way here, people will just cut off last second to get into like the right turn lane to make a right turn, and it slows down all traffic because we're all going, and then all of a sudden we slow down. This a-hole was in the lane already and had signaled at an appropriate time. We'd have all had like, we'd have been moving nicely.
Everyone would have saved like 2 minutes off their drive
Yeah, and then that all adds
for
up.
one person. So this person saves 8 seconds. Everyone else gets slowed down by 2 minutes.
So that being said, if we did move to complete self-driving cars, does it degrade, makes us lazier as humans?
I wouldn't think so, because I've always thought, like even years before self-driving cars, like if aliens, like higher intelligent beings looked at our world and they're like, okay, so you're driving these like 2-ton deathmobiles, and the only thing keeping you from killing everyone around you is this one little wheel that you could turn a degree this way or a degree this way. Like, isn't that just idiotic in terms of a intelligent society to do? Like, you are literally at your most dangerous point behind the wheel, and it is so easy to just mess up shit for everybody around you.
And it's just because of that reason, it's like every day to drive to work is like you never know, some idiot's gonna jam on the brakes or what, and it just gets really stressful, especially in traffic. Like you never know what the hell's gonna happen, and I'd just rather not have that.
Yeah.
Insurance rates would go down.
Insurance rates. They said
They would
that
plummet.
insurance, if they offered it to people, if you got a self-driving car, but your insurance went down by 90%,
Oh my.
would you do it?
And done.
Yes.
I
You don't
think-
need to convince me on this.
I understand, but I think like 95.98% of the people will do it.
Like fuel consumption would go down too because you're not constantly
accelerating,
stopping and
braking,
going.
yeah.
Like
No,
you'd
yeah,
save a
yeah.
lot more money.
It'd be easier to introduce cars that run on anything than fossil fuels, right?
Yes.
It'd be easier to bring those cars in because if you're not driving, do I care if my car has 300 horsepower or do I care if it has 150?
You're just
Right?
gonna get
Not
there.
just that. Let's say you take your car to work. It has, let's say, 100 kilometers or 100 miles of range on an electric car. It gets you to work. You could tell your car to go home and charge. So you're always at full battery. Like,
That's not bad, but like how would it? You'd have to have like a plug you could just drive into or something, which could be kind of weird. But
well, it may not necessarily be a plug. It might just be, like, say, something at the bottom of the car that comes down and gets a contact from an electric
You
outlet.
could like the phone pads that you just put your
Yeah, like
driveway
like
is
all
a
the
giant
watches.
pad.
Like, I saw this guy talking about the possibilities of electric cars, and they were like saying how you basically don't really need to own a car. Like, you could just tell a car, okay, come here and pick me up at this time. Let's say a small car to get you from home to work. And also, let's say you're going on a ski trip, so you need a bigger car, an SUV. So you order one of those cars to come in. So basically, it's no longer your car, but you still have a car at any size that you
I
want.
do like the idea of public transit, but I don't like it because I don't go out very often. But when I do, that car better fucking be outside when
Yeah.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah, but let's say it's
Especially if it's like the middle of winter or it's raining.
I don't know what people are doing in self-drive. Now that
That's
you
true.
don't have to actually drive the actual car, what are you doing in the car? I don't want to drive in this car that
Yeah, that's
millions
true.
of people have been in.
It's true.
So I would
but that's
rather
just a
own the car.
possibility because they say electric cars are more efficient energy-wise than
Yeah.
boats, than planes, than trains, any other form of transportation.
Like what you're
There's
saying
nothing in
is
this, though.
basically a taxi service without the taxi driver.
basically.
So that I'd be okay with when I need it, but I still want to own my own car.
But you know what? And I agree with that point though, because there are a lot of people who have a car just because they need one, not
Yeah.
because they want to say I own a Lexus, I own a thing.
Yeah.
I need a car to get me to work. I need my car to get to my family. I need a car to go on a vacation. There are those people who don't care what the car is as long as it gets them from point A to point B.
Yeah.
There are those people who I need a Lamborghini. I need a Lexus. I need to own all these cars.
Yeah.
And it's fine. You can let them still own the cars.
Self-driving Lamborghini.
For the majority of the people that just say, I ain't going to go to work if I don't have my car, they can use that self-driving service where it just shows up when they need to go to work, shows up when they need to go back home.
Imagine delivery services with self-driving cars. Like, that would change the world.
That would be huge.
That would, yeah. Like, you order something and it could come to you within like 30 minutes.
And you'd know exactly when it was going to be there too.
You
Exactly.
could track.
You could track it.
Track the car.
The good thing about Uber right now.
Well,
is
no,
that
I
you
don't know if
can
I track the
it.
car. I'd probably want to track the
Package?
package or something because you
Well,
don't
you're still
want
tracking, one and the same.
people to know
both.
what cars that packages they just jack all that shit. I know there's the point that people are always afraid of, like they don't feel like they might not have control over their cars eventually, and say one day if it's Google's car, they just don't all of a sudden flip the switch and like drive everyone off the cliff or something.
Yeah, so
That's
there
like-
will need to be another higher power, like government or I don't know what it is, some oversight, overseeing committee.
Well, there'd obviously have to be like an override system.
Because OnStar can shut your car off, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that I'm afraid of that.
Yeah,
So,
but why would you be afraid of someone
don't
doing
know.
something that malicious to you? When
anything, well, with the self-driving car, has already been the 2 accidents. Stuff like that is just going to be human error. They could accidentally do it somehow. I don't know what could happen. We had like a blackout for how many days, like years back.
Oh yeah,
you
they're
never,
talking about that. It was like 3 months.
You never know what could happen. So You need to be able to have control at some point.
Now, let's say they have that, and people kept taking control of the car because they want to be in control, and that's where 100% of the accidents are caused, when someone's taking control of the car.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think a politician somewhere would say, let's outlaw this?
Well, no,
To
they
the
just
point
have a
where-
bigger punishment because the car would obviously know if it's driving itself or not.
Yeah.
And if a person got in an accident, like the fine and the whatever the punishment would be
That's
like
fair.
quadrupled
That's fair.
at least.
There's pretty much like very few instances where you would need to take control over. If you're just going from point A to point B as a commute, you shouldn't have to do it. But
Yeah.
if there's certain things that you actually need to take control, you should be able to take control of.
Like getting away from that cop.
Because then they'll find you fast now because they know your car is not going like everybody else.
Imagine if they built in a system where they could see who's driving themselves and they could actually be watching you a lot more. Because the cops wouldn't be watching for speeders; they'd be watching for like self drivers, manual drivers.
It's true.
That's interesting.
That is
If I
very
could
interesting.
drink and be driven.
I
Well,
think you.
That's something that'd
That's-
be very curious. If you
Like,
could do that.
what kinds of laws would they need to pass, though? Because, like you said, can you drink and sit in a car now? Like, as a passenger,
is that-
are you allowed to drink
I see
alcohol?
I
what
think
Is
they
that-
said that you still need to be in the legal limit because because there is a manual override where you can shut it on and off. You have to be in the legal limit because if you take it off when you're drunk, then you're kind of fucked.
Yeah, but so let's go on the other side of that. Would you let kids be in a car alone, self-driving car alone?
Oh, absolutely not.
No.
No.
Ever?
No.
I think
I would remove the manual switch and then
age-
I'm-
But, like, a child right now can go on the bus alone, right? Why not a self-driving car?
the age range, because for example, the override. If the override needs to kick in, something happens to the car and the kids can't take over. So I think you still need an age range of someone who has legally can drive the car themselves, has to be in the car. at
So
all
then we'll
times.
still have licenses, and you'll have to be trained on how to use these cars.
But by that token, also, like, you can't sleep in a self-driving car.
But that's
because
the
you need
big
to
one.
be-
That's the one
you
I
need to be-
want.
Man, I want to
Fine.
sleep on the way to work.
But
40
you say
minutes.
if the override kicks in, you need to be there because you're driving, you're on the road, you're going 100 kilometers an hour.
Just have
Which
a
could-
buzzer or something, like an alarm. Oh,
But
wait, no,
you're
I'm not.
asleep.
You would be
you're
the one turning the override on. It's not like it's gonna shut off.
No, but
without
like, let's
you
say, what
knowing.
if that happens? What if like EMP, and it's still going, and like, what are you gonna do? You're not allowed to sleep, and that's.
I
like,
think they
but
could
if
make
it's-
a failsafe where if the power was ever cut off or something just interrupted, just lock the brakes immediately.
and throw you out the
Well,
window.
they wouldn't just lock the brakes. They
You
just
should
they
be
would just
wearing
stop
a
it.
fucking
So just
seatbelt.
That's dangerous though, because you can cause an accident though. If one car automatically
no, but that's
blocks
the thing.
up,
'Cause you have other cars to be talking to each other.
Yeah, but EMP gone.
So then all
Then
the
all
cars
those
would just
cars are
the
just gonna
gas is
stop
like the gas
themselves.
pedal would just be taken off.
Except that one driver who's driving a manual car
His will
fucking ram everybody.
He's driving manually. His will just do the the same as.
Oh, if an
everybody
EMP happens, whatever.
Just don't be on the
yeah,
road.
literally, if an
One
EMP
guy.
happens, everyone's screwed.
It's
It
one
doesn't matter.
guy.
Everyone's fucked.
Whatever.
Yeah, but like I said, you can't be sleeping because you need to always be aware. You can't be on your phone. It's just like driving, but now you have no control. You have to look at the road and have your hands on the wheel.
I know,
Just
but
in
Okay,
case
but
whatever.
that's the same as if I'm in a bus and I fall asleep in the bus. If the bus driver loses control, I'm flying through the windshield or something. Like
Yeah.
I can't stop myself. I can't see it coming because I'm sleeping, dead.
Yeah, but a child can go on the bus. You can sleep on the bus. But the thing is now, like if something the bus driver does, you can't just jump in
True.
front of the bus driver anyways. Like there's nothing you could do at that point. So I'm asking, should we trust technology to the point where you're able to sleep?
I
In a
would like
car.
to be able to trust technology to
And
the
then,
point where
so
I
then
can
why
sleep.
can't we let kids be in a car? Like
Oh, I never said. I
it's-
said as long as there's
Oh.
no manual override,
Then these right.
put them in the car. I think
You
that's
need
fine.
the manual override.
Hmm?
You need the manual.
Then
Just
you-
take it. What if it's just a box? You just take out like an old deck for your car. Just take that thing out. Kids can't touch it. You're done. Kids going to work.
The Google
perfect.
car, the new Google car, does not have a steering wheel, no manual override. You sit in the car, fasten seatbelt, and that's it. It goes.
Really?
Yes.
So it's an electric tram, pretty much.
Yeah, it's
like
a small. Like it looks like a smart
It's
car.
an electric death prison.
And
Whatever
basically-
happens, you have no control.
You know what the worst part is? You probably need a Google Plus account to use it.
Oh my god. The one thing nobody uses. Check our Google Plus page.
Yes, shameless advert.
Well, okay.
Sorry.
So, are you for?
I'm for it. I feel like the technology will be there where it'll be able to drive us safely while I sleep.
You?
Oh yeah, for sure. All the possibilities of this are
The
endless.
stress reduction. Just think if people have between like a hour drive to work every day, just that stress is gone.
No, not even. You don't have to worry about where you live versus where you work.
I know, but I'm saying because if you have to drive, like I drive about 40 minutes every day, that gets stressful part of the way because there's traffic and people start driving really slow. And it's like, come on, the minimum is this. At least go this. Come on.
Yeah, but let's say you live 2 hours away. You get into your car 2 hours earlier and you just sleep for the rest of the time and you still get to work
Well,
at
that's
the
what I'm
same
saying.
time.
It'd be perfect because then there'd be so much less stress in just society. All of society would be so less stressful.
Utopia is what you're saying.
Jerome, do you want
Driving
to live in
utopia.
Utopia?
It's got to be 100% utopia. I can't have some people driving and some people.
So you don't want to be an early adopter,
No.
just in case.
Well,
I'd be an early adopter.
I'd like to test it out,
Look what that did.
but the problem is
got you.
you can't
I'll
have.
be an early adopter. I'll take a risk.
We'll go there. I can't have 50-50. Like I can't have some people who are driving on their own with just a regular everyday car, and some people that are driving or doing the self-driven cars. The other reason is the self-driving cars have to be up to a certain standard in terms of safety limits. You own your own car, you can do whatever you want, man. Unless you go get it checked, no one knows what condition it's in. Your brakes could be this close from failing. Your oil could change.
No, but the thing, it could give
whatever.
you so many, like the monitoring system could be more, like, just be fantastic.
Exactly.
Just be a digital system. They could tie it to everyone's phone, to your email, whatever, and just have it let you know your brakes are this low, your gas is this low, your windshield washer fluid, like your filters, everything.
Now, let's say
Mechanics couldn't lie to you.
something needs to get fixed. Car, go to the mechanic. You don't have to drive. You no longer need to take time off work or whatever.
Sit at the,
Yeah,
wait for
sit
the
there and do
waiting
whatever.
for your car's done, or someone drives and picks you up.
Yeah. Oh man, that'd be so good. The idea I really liked for it was if the car could park itself. So if I could just get dropped off at the front door, of wherever,
Yes,
and
I
then if
like
the
that.
car wants to go park a mile away, I don't care. And then as soon as I'm close to done, just text the car, come get me, and
It's true.
that'd be
That
so.
would prevent all those stupid going to a mall and everyone's driving around at the front.
Oh,
by the
Christmas
door.
time!
Oh, my God.
Jerome, that'd be so good.
Drops you at the door,
Well,
goes and
we all
parks at
shop
the
on
other end of the
Amazon
parking lot.
anyways, but
And I'm totally for it. So
I don't know what the downsides would be. What would there'd be
The
no
Human is
no,
the
I guess
downside.
the only-
human error.
Human beings.
It's a very Orwellian
yeah.
like future. Like you're no longer having control over everything. It's now you're giving everything to the computer or even just a few individuals, and that's what people are afraid of. Like
Yeah.
Google, if they ever turn evil, it's over.
If they haven't already.
But again, that's still human. That's human greed.
Yes, but we can never take human up out of every single aspect of our lives.
Unless we
Well,
kill
because then
them
there's
all.
like Akeem's point with the OnStar thing shutting off your car. What if someone figured out how to hack into it and could just shut off cars?
terrorism.
I'm not letting you get to work.
Exactly. I want your job, but I heard if you get to work too late one more time,
That could be a big one.
yeah, terrorism. All right. Well, let us know what you think. Do you want a self-driving car, living in utopia, the best place ever, or do you want to continue driving to work, stuck behind traffic, someone who's on their phone, potentially risking your life? Let us know what you think. Don't let us sway your opinion, and comment in the comments.
Bye.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed this episode, give us a like and subscribe, and check out one of these extra videos to the left from a previous week.
To the right.
To the right.
To the right.
No, I didn't say to the right.
You said to the left.
I did?
Yes.
Yeah!
You said.
Oh, I
Yeah, I'm the only one. Thanks, bro.
Keep it.
Good stuff.
did! To the left.
Right.